MacRobertson was famous for his bright and bold advertising with strong messages. And it was all out of his own head, really. I mean, he used his own signature, which was a beautifully calligraphed signature of MacRobertson, which was even used by Australian school children for decades to practice their cursive writing. He had his first ad, which I've been able to track down, was one for cough drops, and he had penned it himself. It shows a little boy, and the parent is saying, what you crying for? And then it says MacRobertson cough drops. And this was his original a Scottish recipe, which he used with menthol and produced in his mother's kitchen. Well, he went on to bigger and brighter things, and his beautiful ads for Freddo Frog and Old Gold and brands that we don't know anymore, like Lady Gay and Beau Brummel and Target Toffee, also his Milk Kisses. When you go inside the courtyard of the Milk Kiss factory today and you sit underneath the cherry tree and the coconut palm that still exists there, where he invented the famous cherry ripe recipe, you also have to think of the very interesting court case from 1904, which led to the so-called Milk Kisses legislation. So Mac was sued by Mr. Hoadley, one of his competitors, and asked to remove the words Milk Kiss from his famous product because Mr. Hoadley was using Cream Kiss. And so intellectual property protection not being what it is today, the case was held in the famous courtroom of Judge Beckett in Melbourne. And testimony came from dozens of witnesses, and in fact it says in the newspaper that never had so many witnesses committed perjury as during the Milk Kisses case. Basically, Mr. Hoadley was trying to take advantage of Mac's previous product called Milk Kiss by creating his own product called Cream Kiss. And so the testimony was apparently filled with raucous laughter as witness after witness were asked by Judge Beckett, sir or madam, if you went into a store and asked for kisses, what would you get? And to the person they said, well, of course, sir, you would get MacRobertson Milk Kisses. And the judge said, well, you wouldn't get a slap on the face? Oh, no, sir, that would never happen. We would always receive MacRobertson Milk Kisses. And this led in 1904 to legislation called the Milk Kisses legislation.